Imagine a world where you could reach up and touch the face of God. Thousands of years ago, the sky lived so close to the earth, a man could touch it with his fingers. It was a time of ultimate peace, until humanity made a mistake so terrifying, it forced the heavens to abandon us forever. And it all started with a sound no human was ever meant to hear. There was a time when the sky did not live where it lives today. A time so ancient that even the oldest trees could not remember it, and only the whispers of elders carried its memory from one generation to the next. In those forgotten days, Aondo, the great sky power, hung low above the earth, so close that a tall man standing on a mound could almost touch its blue belly. Forests stretched endlessly across the land, their giant trees crowned with birds whose songs echoed through the morning mist. Rivers moved like silver snakes beneath the sunlight, winding through rich farmlands where yam vines climbed and millets swayed beneath gentle wings. At night, the people gathered beneath moonlit clearings, their faces glowing in the warmth of firelight as elders spoke of spirits, ancestors, and the unseen forces that watched over all living things. The air itself seemed alive, carrying messages between the earth and the heavens. No one feared distance from the divine, for Aondo was near. The people believed that every prayer rose only a short journey before reaching sacred ears above. Every laugh, every cry, every song drifted directly into the great sky that watched over them. Yet, closeness often makes people forget the value of what they possess. As seasons passed and harvests filled the barns, many began to treat the nearness of Aondo as something ordinary. Children chased one another beneath the low sky without wonder. Hunters boasted loudly of their strength, and some villagers spoke carelessly beneath the sacred heavens, believing that divine patience would never end. Still, among the people lived wise elders who noticed troubling signs hidden within the rhythms of nature. The winds no longer danced as freely through the forests. Birds sometimes fall silent for no reason. Strange shadows lingered beneath sacred trees even at midday. One evening, as the sun melted into a river of gold beyond the hills, an aged storyteller named Turner lifted his eyes toward the sky and felt a deep unease settle in his heart. The clouds above were moving in ways he had never seen before, twisting like restless spirits. That night, while the village slept, a low rumble rolled across the heavens, not thunder, not the cry of any known creature, but something older. The earth trembled softly beneath sleeping huts, and far above, hidden beyond the darkness, something vast had begun to awaken. By dawn, the first sign would reveal itself, and nothing in the world would ever be the same again. The dawn that followed arrived unlike any dawn the people had ever known. Usually, the first light spread gently across the land, painting the rivers with gold and awakening birds hidden among the forest branches. But on that morning, a strange stillness covered the world. No roosters crowed, no insects hummed within the grass. Even the river seemed to move more slowly, as though it too was listening for something unseen. The villagers stepped from their huts and immediately sensed that something had changed. Above them, Aondo no longer appeared calm and welcoming. The sky seemed troubled. Great dark streaks stretched across its face like cracks in a clay pot, and clouds twisted in slow circles high overhead. Mothers pulled their children closer. Hunters lowered their spears. Elders exchanged worried glances without speaking a word. Then, as the sun struggled to rise, a deep sound rolled across the heavens. It was not thunder. It was heavier, older, and filled with a sorrow that seemed to come from the beginning of time itself. The The sound echoed through the forest, over the farmlands, and across every river. Trees bent as though bowing before an invisible force. Birds burst from the canopy and fled toward distant horizons. Fear settled over the village like a cold mist. That evening, the elders gathered beneath the sacred moon tree and spoke long into the night. Some believed angry spirits wandered the land. Others feared that humanity had broken a law older than memory. Yet none could explain why Aondo itself appeared restless.